I spoke to Erling and he said that he told you when you subbed him off that he wanted to stay on for a sixth goal. He could have been the first in the Champions League history to score.
Yeah, but if he achieves these milestones at his records with 22, 23 years old, will be boring his life. So now I have a target to do it in the future, here and everywhere. So that's why I make a substitution. I didn't know with Messi, with Leo, it happened against Leverkusen. They told me in the flash interview. But I make a substitution because normally when the game is over, I want to let them play all as much players as possible. I'm a failure in Champions League, so don't worry. Listen, I'm going to explain a secret. So whatever happened this year in Champions League, winning, even if I win this Champions League, we win this Champions in 3 Champions League in a row, I will be a failure. I'm going to tell you something. I have 3 idols in my life: Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Julia Roberts. Okay, these are my 3 idols. So for obvious reasons, Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods is not it, and Julia Roberts as well. So Julia Roberts years ago came to Manchester. Not in 1890 with Sir Alex Ferguson win the titles. Came in the period like we were better than United these 4 or 5 years, huh? And he went to visit Man United. She didn't come to see us. So that's why this is, even I win the Champions League, will not be compared for the fact that Julia Roberts come to Manchester, they don't come to see us. So my idol. So that's why whatever happened, even I win the Champions League, will when you compare for the disappointment I had. So that you have to know it. 5 goals. Yeah, I was, what can I say? So the numbers of this season, the problem with this guy is every time we don't score 2 or 3 goals, we'll be criticized for the next of his career. This is the reality, but yeah, I said many times, he was a joy of guy, and his mood in the locker room, always happiness, and built or give to all of us, and he's a huge competitor. The mentality is there, and yeah, he scores 5 goals. Always is not easy, and sometimes it's his fault because sometimes he doesn't move. For example, in Crystal Palace, I said to him, "So you didn't play good today," and but the other is our fault. For example, in Leipzig, when we played there, when we couldn't find him and we didn't find him in the second half. But sooner or later, we are talking about, we are working a little bit, and everyone, because we try to make the process sometimes quicker. I always think have to be slower, but once we break the holding midfielder, we have to be more quicker. And sometimes the people think, that it depends on the lineup. We are going to play slowly, or we are going to play comfortable. And our mentality always has been so aggressive from the day one. And sometimes we cannot do it because the opponents always are there. The problem is that we concede stupid goals in the past. We give them. Most of the cases we give them. And in this competition, and one of the reasons why, for the build-up, for many things, but they play the 4 central defenders in that way, that doesn't mean you are a defender team, because still the people, it's difficult to understand, when you put it some line up and say, no, it's going to play in that way. He has ability to make an incredible build-up. And Bernardo had the ability to know exactly press 3 players in 2 movements. There's no one player in the world can do that. No one. It's not the physicality. It's so intelligent. And that's why he played.